everyone, and welcome to this week's vlog. I hope you are well. And today we are going to take the car for a drive. So finally we have got our logbook, our V5 document. So the car is now taxed as well as insured. So that means we can take the car legally on the road, which is brilliant. So we're going to give it a bit of a shakedown. I've got to go to PC World to go and get some bits and pieces. So that will be a good test. And then also what we're going to do is just have a bit of a breakdown as to what is left to do on the car and what the car has cost me to date. So with that in mind, let's go, still lying outside, let's go and take the car for a run, and then we'll have a little run through how it feels, etc. And yeah, so let's go and do that now. Everything seems okay. There's a slight misfire in the car. So I don't know whether it's another coil pack that's gone, but you can definitely feel a slight misfire. Pass another car. You can definitely hear the breathing through the ram air filter as well. But other than that, great. Feels really good. There you are, you feel that hesitancy. So I'm guessing it's going to be a coil pack. I'm hoping it's going to be a coil pack. Could be plugs though, so open to suggestions on that. What do you think it might be? It's, like I said, it's not bad. You can just feel it kind of like a little bit. And it's got plenty of fuel in the car as well, but there's definitely a hesitancy. And this week I was going to get the boost kit, but I'm not going to do that yet. Boost kit, chip, ECU kit to power, but I think I need to resolve this issue with this misfire. I've run VCDS on it. It's not detecting anything, so it could actually be just a plug or a loose cable. So I might just spray some WD-40 on the coil packs just to improve the connectivity, because those things are very sensitive, and if there's any kind of corrosion in the connections, you're going to get a misfire. So I'll get that sorted, and I'm going to check I'll check the spark plugs as well, just to make sure they are the right ones. There's NGK, they were Bosch in there originally. I've got NGKs in there, so I'm not sure. They should be fine. I've got them from Europarts. Europarts have been well known to get those bits wrong. So I'm just working my way down to dual carriageway, and then we will open her up a little bit and just see how she runs. So yeah, at the moment it drives very well. I've just noticed my windshield garage right now. I'm gonna give it some heavy pedal. Here we go. So we're now back in the house after that really great and exhilarating drive. So what do we have left to do in the car? There's only a couple of jobs now. One's cosmetic and the other one is performance. So the big one that's left is the paintwork. So the bodywork that needs to be done in the car. Let's go and have a look and see exactly what's going to be done. I've got a really good painter, and I advise you, if you're going to take this road and buying cars and doing them up, find yourself a good painter, someone who is going to give you a decent price but do a really great job. And the guy that I'm using is brilliant. His name's Sean. So let's take a look and see what needs to be done on the car. Okay, so the first thing that needs to be done, this needs to be repaired. You can barely see it in the paint, but there's a dent here and it's slightly scratched, so that's going to get repaired. Down here, the bodywork here, the front wing, although I did give it a paint and it's come up okay, it's not professional, so that's going to get done properly. If you look very carefully, and I don't think you can see that, the whites are slightly different. Definitely needs that definitely needs doing. So yeah, it's another job that needs to be done. And if we go to the back of the car, don't know if you can see that, but that's the original dent that came with the car here and here. That needs to be sorted. There's a hole here. Well, it's not a hole, it's a bodywork, but it's obviously had a little bit of a puncture. And then down the bottom here, you can see where the paint's flicked off. That also needs to be done. So that's all the paint work that needs to be done to complete the car and to make it back to a showroom finish. Okay, so that's what we got left to do on the car. Now let's look at the costs that this car has cost me to date. So if you look on the screen now, you'll see the original bill for Copart. Now this is very interesting, and you need to know about this. So if you look at the invoice, you see that the car cost me £2,575, but because it was coming from a finance house, there was VAT to pay on that. So the VAT came to £515. Then there was some Copart charges. Those are highlighted in yellow. Now these are the charges that you will pay. Now before we go into that, let's just talk about the finance charges or the VAT that I had to pay on the finance. That's not normally the case with Copart. So normally the price that you bid or the price that you win is the price that you pay. If you do have to pay VAT on it, it will tell you in the advert. So that's very important, and you need to make sure you take that into consideration for your complete price so you don't get caught out by that. Okay, so the advert will tell you if you have to pay VAT. So going back to the charges, these are the buyer's fees, and it has a breakdown of what those fees are in the Copart manual. If you go online, there's the T's and C's, you'll see how those charges come about. So the first one is the Copart charges. Then there's a £7.50 for the virtual bid fee. So because I bid online using my computer, I get charged for that. Then there's the delivery fee. So the delivery fee for the car was £166 plus £54 because it was out of their area, so there's an additional charge for that. Then there was a VAT charge for that of £33. So when you look at the charges, they are reasonable, because if I had to get a trailer, go all the way up to Rockford, which is some 200-300 miles, that would have cost me, I don't know, in diesel about £60-70 with diesel. Then I would have to hire a trailer for 2 days, probably have to stay up there overnight because it's a long journey to do in a day and back. So the fees are reasonable for that. So the grand total was £3,619. Okay, then there's the stuff that I've done to the car to date. So if you look on the screen now, you have a breakdown. So we've got the cost, 3619. I put a new front on, that cost me £599. There was the induction kit, the Ryanair induction kit, £140. MOT and brakes, so put new brake pads on, that's £132. Coil pack and spark plugs, that was £74. Wheels, £725. Got the paint job that's coming up, that's £500. And then there is the race chip, which is £399. So the total is £6,188. But the resale price of the car is around £8,500. And what I've done is I've taken a look at a couple of cars. Coincidentally, these two cars are diesel, so they're slightly lower. Diesels don't get as much as the petrol equivalent does. It's about £500 less. So if I take the median between the two, 8,500 will probably be the average, and that gives me a decent return of 2,307. And that's a car that's had stuff done to it. If I didn't do any of that stuff, if I just repaired it and put it on the road, that cost would have been considerably cheaper. So I'm happy with that. This car will stay for a bit, but I'm already looking at the next car, and I've actually put a bid in. So stay tuned next week to see if I've won that bid. And if you like what you see, please subscribe down below here. Just subscribe and tell your friends about this site if you like what I'm doing, and then that will help me build my subscription model. Incidentally, obviously the goal here is for an R8, but there's going to be some intermediary cars. So the next car that I'm looking for, my next milestone car, will be a TTRS. And funny enough, there is one on Copart that's for sale. I'll get an image of it out right now. Now this car looks great on the surface, but if you look at the pictures, you will see that it's had a lot of damage underneath. All the running gear is gone, so there's no drive shafts. The drive shafts on the floor there, so the car probably starts but doesn't run. Could I repair it? Maybe, but it's a lot of work, and I'm not at this stage, especially coming into the winter season, don't really want to spend a lot of time on the mechanics of cars because it's cold. Maybe if this car came up in the summer, that would be a good buy. So we're going to let that one go by, but that's our next target. So anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you for viewing this channel. Like I said, subscribe, and also comment below what you would like to see coming up next. And that's it. Have a good week. See you next week. Always, always, always.